Have you ever asked yourself, what is the purpose of my life? This is a question that has echoed through the ages. It's a question that unites us all. We long to know why we are here. We yearn for a sense of meaning and direction. The good news is that we don't have to wander aimlessly. Our Creator, the God who breathed life into the universe, has a plan for each one of us. He has a purpose for your life. This purpose is not something we have to invent or discover on our own. It is something that God reveals to us through His Word and through the quiet whispers of His Spirit. Let's explore some powerful Bible verses that illuminate the path to discovering and living out our God-given purpose. In the book of Jeremiah, we find these comforting words, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. This verse speaks volumes about God's heart towards us. He doesn't intend for us to live in fear or uncertainty. Instead, He wants us to embrace the future with a sense of hope and assurance. He has good plans for us, plans that are meant to bless us and give us a future filled with hope. These plans are not just about material prosperity, but encompass our overall well-being, including our spiritual, emotional, and physical health. These plans are not based on our own limited understanding or abilities. Often we may feel overwhelmed by life's challenges and uncertainties, but it's important to remember that God's perspective is far greater than ours. They are rooted in His infinite wisdom and love. His love for us is unconditional and everlasting, and His wisdom surpasses all human knowledge. He knows what is best for us, even when we cannot see it ourselves. He sees the bigger picture. While we may only see a small part of the puzzle, God sees the entire masterpiece. He understands how each piece fits together to create a beautiful and meaningful life. He knows the paths that will lead us to our ultimate fulfillment. These paths may not always be easy, but they are designed to help us grow and become the best versions of ourselves. When we trust in His plans, even when we don't fully understand them, we can walk forward with confidence, knowing that He is guiding our steps. Trusting in God's plan requires faith and patience, but it also brings a profound sense of peace and purpose. By surrendering our worries and fears to Him, we can embrace the journey ahead with a hopeful heart, knowing that we are never alone. His presence is always with us, guiding, protecting, and providing for us every step of the way. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Just like a winding path through a dense forest or a road that snakes through towering mountains, our journey is rarely straightforward. We often find ourselves navigating through the unexpected, the unplanned, and the unforeseen. We face challenges, setbacks, and disappointments that can leave us feeling lost and discouraged. These moments can be overwhelming, making us question our path and our purpose. It's in these times of struggle that we might feel like giving up, like the weight of the world is too much to bear. But even in the midst of these trials, God is at work. Just as sunlight breaks through the darkest clouds, His presence can bring light into our darkest moments. When we feel alone and abandoned, He is there, working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in ways we cannot see or understand. Romans 8:28 tells us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This powerful verse reminds us that no matter what we face, there is a greater plan at work. It reassures us that our struggles are not in vain and that there is a divine purpose behind every challenge. This verse doesn't say that everything that happens to us will be good. Life is filled with storms, with moments that shatter our expectations and leave us standing in the rain, but it does promise that God can bring good out of even the most difficult circumstances. It says that God can use all things, even the difficult and painful things, for our good. Like a potter shaping clay, He molds us through our experiences. The broken pieces of our lives can be mended and made whole again. Just as a gardener prunes plants to encourage new growth, He can take our broken pieces and make something beautiful out of them. Each fragment of our lives, no matter how shattered, can be transformed into a stunning mosaic. The stained glass windows of our souls can shine brightly, reflecting His glory and grace. He can use our experiences to shape us, to mold us, and to draw us closer to Himself. Just as a blacksmith forges metal in the fire, our trials can refine us, making us stronger and more resilient. The artist's hands that sculpt and mold clay are a metaphor for how God shapes our character and our faith. He can use our trials to strengthen our faith and to prepare us for the greater things He has in store. Like an athlete training for a competition or a hiker climbing a steep hill, Our perseverance through challenges builds our endurance, and as the sun rises over the mountains, we are reminded that after every trial, there is a new beginning, a fresh start, and a brighter future ahead. Section 4. God's plans prevail. Proverbs 19:21. Sometimes we may have our own ideas about what our purpose should be. We may set our hearts on certain goals or dreams. But Proverbs 19:21 reminds us, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. God's plans are not always our plans. His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. He sees things that we don't see. He knows what's best for us, even when we don't. This doesn't mean that we should just sit back and passively wait for God to reveal His plans to us. We need to actively seek His guidance. We need to pray for His direction. We need to be open to His leading. Section 5. Created with purpose. Ephesians 2:10. Ephesians 2:10 tells us, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." This verse makes it clear that we were not created aimlessly. We were created with a purpose. We were created to do good works, works that God Himself has prepared for us. Just as a master craftsman carefully crafts a beautiful piece of pottery, so God has carefully crafted each one of us with unique gifts, talents, and passions. These gifts are not random, they are not an accident, they are part of His divine design. He has given us these gifts so that we can make a difference in the world. He has given us these gifts so that we can be a blessing to others. He has given us these gifts so that we can fulfill the purpose He has for our lives. When we reflect on our lives, we can see the intricate ways in which our experiences, skills, and passions intertwine. Each moment, each challenge, and each triumph has been a part of our unique journey. Our relationships, our struggles, and our joys all contribute to the tapestry of our lives. We are called to use our gifts not just for our own benefit, but to uplift and support those around us. In doing so, we reflect the love and care that God has shown us. Our purpose is deeply connected to the well-being of others. By nurturing our gifts and sharing them, we plant seeds of hope and encouragement. We create ripples of positive change that extend far beyond our immediate reach. As we grow and evolve, our understanding of our purpose may deepen and expand. We may discover new passions and develop new skills that further enhance our ability to serve. Every day is an opportunity to align ourselves more closely with the purpose God has for us. By seeking His guidance and trusting in His plan, we can navigate our path with confidence and grace. Let us embrace our unique gifts and use them to make a meaningful impact in the world. For in doing so, we honor the Creator who has lovingly crafted each one of us with purpose and intention. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. Your support helps us continue to share these messages.